Yo, what up, and welcome to Dreccan. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how you can use display flex, display grid, and mix them together and all that. So we will start off by I'm using Visual Studio Code, and I've downloaded a plugin so I can get the HTML5 boilerplate. Then I'll get the whole HTML thingy, remove that, name the title to like grid slash flex, and then here I gotta type in the CSS name, CSS name file, the file name of the CSS file, and .css, of course. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the head. Now we'll go for the body. Do a div. Name that class container, and in this container we're gonna add another div. Yeah, we're gonna have three divs. And we're gonna do that multiply sign or whatever that's called. We're gonna do margin 0, padding 0, border radius 0. That's because otherwise there maybe will be a gap between your body or the div, or there's maybe a default border radius on your preview here or something like that, and that will remove all of that, making it much better. And we're gonna do body. No, we don't need body. We need a dot container. And then we add the width, 100 VW, and that's the whole page. And the height, 100 dVH. That will be the whole screen height. And you can search up what VW and dVH stands for, because yeah, I won't go into that in this video, or I don't even know if I'm gonna go into detail of that in any video. But let's get started with the display. Do display flex or display grid? Grid. Then we need the grid template columns. Columns is in the x-axis or horizontal, I think it's called. Then we can use repeat. We can do like 3, 1 FR. And then 1 FR is 1 fraction. Now for the div inside of the container, we're gonna call width 100 pixels, height 100 pixels, background color red. You can see the colors, but here we can use 100%, but then you can't see the different divs, so we're gonna do like 99%, so there will be a small gap. You can see the so you can see them here. And then inside of one of those divs, you can either h1 and call that box 1. And if you want box 1 to be in the center, we can give this a class box 1. And then in the CSS we can not actually we need dot because it's a class. Because if I put the ID instead, I can't do the dot, need to do like hashtag. That will stick with class because I like it more. And then in this box 1, and that's the first div here. And we can do the display flex, justify content center. That will center this h1 element in the middle of the div. And we can do align items center, and that will align it in the height in the middle of the box. If we do like flex end, it will be in the end of the box, of the div, or the box, or whatever you want to call it. And if you do start, it will be in the start. And then if with this align items, you can do the same. If you do flex start, it will be in the top. It will be in the top left in this case, because it's the start for the flex in that direction and this direction. Because if I do end, it will be in down left corner, and if I do flex end and the justify content, it will be in the right bottom corner. And if I do start on align items, it will be in the top right corner. But I will stick with the center for this. That's and this container. Now we only got the grid template columns, and if we like want to split the screen into rows instead of columns here, we can do rows. And if we do the same thing here, change this to 99%, that will cover up the whole height, and that will divide the whole container into three parts. And one frag, and then this one fr. You can also search up what one fr does, but that stands for one fraction. But I won't go into more details of what one fraction does and all that. Now we have gone through the grid template rows and columns, and if we copy this and do columns, then it will divide it, keep the 3 rows, and divide every row with 3 parts. So if we add more divs here, it will fill up. It will continue filling up here. Yeah, but for now I will remove that, and then we can do box 2, Then this box 2, we can add box 2. This is box 2. And then we got 3 elements, 3 H1 elements. Change those to H2. And then for say if you want to split this middle div into 3 parts, you can just get the class name, because I will be using class names. I don't like IDs, but yeah, you can use ID or class, whatever you want to use. And if you want to split it into 3 parts, you can just add display grid, and then like earlier here, grid template rows, but instead of rows, we're gonna use grid template columns, repeat 3, because I want to divide it into 3 parts, and then each part will take up 1 FR, and that will spread it into 3 parts, just like up here, but now only the second div is split up in 3 parts. And if you want to, you can color the H2 elements by background color pink with 99%, so you can see where the boxes start and end. And for example, this height is 99%, but you don't want the H2 elements to take up the whole space, because if it takes up all this space in this H2, you can do like display flex and justify content center. That will align all the texts to the center. And you can achieve that same thing with text align center. That will center all the texts. But if you want display flex, for example, justify content center, align items center, that will align the content, the H2 elements in the middle. Now the text will be in the middle, and if you want the H2 elements not to take up the whole space, you can, instead of 99% width, you can do fit content, and that will only fit the width will be only the contents width. And then if you want to do the same thing on height, it will only be around the text and not take up the whole box. And sorry for my voice, I'm pretty sick right now, but I'm making this video either way. And I think this is pretty much it. Very basic tutorial about how you can use grid and flex together. And if you want to, you can for example, you want the last box here, box 3, and if you want to do something with the last box, for example, add a H2 named box 3, and you want to center that, you can box 3, you can center all the texts that are in the box 3 with text align center. But if you wanna center it in the middle of the div, you gotta do like display flex, justify content center, align items center, and that will center the text. And that's the exact same for box 1. But I don't think you need this justify content. I don't think you actually need that. I think you can do like text align center and remove justify content. No. That's only if you don't. Because if you remove this, you can do text align center. Yeah. But now I'll go back to it. But we can do one last thing. We can do like box 4. Box 4. And if you box 4 background color aqua width of 100 pixels, height 100 pixels. Wait, what? Box 3 width. I need to do like this. Oh. Wait, do I need C index? Or why is the box 4 not working? Wait, actually, why isn't... The box 4 is right here, inside of the box 3. So why isn't it working? If we do position absolute, what's wrong with it? Wait. I'm gonna remove that. And if I add something here, it will be added to the middle, like P. No. This is a paragraph. That's what P stands for, paragraph. But why is the... If we do like this then, okay. Background color blue. Then it will take off. Why? Now it's working. What? If you want like a div like this, you can also do like this. But I don't know why can't I give it a class? Different. Oh, it didn't stop working. Yeah, I don't really know why it's not working right now. But that's pretty much it for this video. I'll just go quickly through what we have done in this video before I put an end. First, we made a container to be the whole take up the whole space, the whole preview here. And we added display grid to the container. Grid template rows, repeat 3 and 1 FR. And that split it into 3 rows. That takes up one fraction each. And then I added a div and gave it a class box1, added a h1 box1, and in this box1 I used display flex just like content center, align item center to center this object in the middle of the div. Then to the box 2 I used the display grid template rows, repeat 3 and 1 FR. That divided it into 3 different boxes. And then in box 2 H2 add a background color pink, width 99%, height 99%. That's, we can do like 100% if you want on the height, but on the width I give it 99% just so I can see where boxes end and start. Then on box 3 I use display flex just like on the center, align item center, that aligned this box in the middle of the div in the middle of the box 3. And then in box 3 div I added background color blue, width 100 pixels, height 100 pixels, and there you got the blue little cube or square. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.